today. It is now 6:45, and public gardens can make a great affordable day trip for families.
Yeah, we're going to color up now.
Yes.
This show after all that dark and white fog. Hey, tomorrow marks the first ever National Public Gardens Day. I didn't know anything about it. Now we're going to learn more about it. Joining us live from Among the Blooms in Missouri is Paul James, the creator of Gardening by the Yard. Hey, welcome, Paul, to 2 News Sunrise.
Good morning, Pam and Dan. I was listening to your weather forecast calling for dense fog. That kind of describes the way my head feels right now.
We're with you, Paul.
We're hoping to clear up the heads and clear up everybody outside there. But we are in a dense fog advisory, but we're going to talk gardens, public gardens. Can you tell us about those near Dayton?
Yeah, well, I teamed up with the American Public Gardens Association and Rainbird Corporation. They asked me to be the spokesperson for the first ever National Public Gardens Day, which begins tomorrow, as you said. It's a great idea because public gardens have so much to offer communities, and I'm just trying to get the word out and help people understand what they can learn from hanging out in a public garden.
Okay, let's talk about that. You visit the garden. How can we capture some of that natural beauty in our own yards?
You know, what you want to do is try not to be so overwhelmed when you visit a public garden. Clearly, you know, they're spectacles, but you can isolate a little pocket, find a little spot within a public garden that you could perhaps mimic in your own backyard. So rather than be overwhelmed, calm down, take the tour, look around and go, hey, you know what? That little dogwood with those hostas below would be perfect in a little spot in my yard.
There you go.
And you can recreate that.
Again, anyone in the Dayton area standing out to you?
You know, I haven't really spent that much time in the area, so I'm sorry, I can't answer that.
But to this area of the country, is there something that maybe that flourishes here better than in some other areas in the garden?
No, I don't think so. I mean, regardless of where you live, any public garden that's nearby has so much to offer. And very often, the plants that you see in those public gardens are plants that are well adapted to growing in your region. So that's another thing. Very often, if you go into the retail nursery environment, you know, there's a little pressure maybe to buy things. In a public garden, you don't have that pressure. And sometimes there are plants that maybe are marginally hardy in your area. You never know. When you visit the public garden, you can be reasonably certain that what's doing well there is going to do well in your own yard.
Well, very good point.
Well, Mr. James, thank you for bringing this to our attention. We wish you well tomorrow, National Garden Day. This will be great.
Thank you so much.